Hello everyone. Had a fantastic day today.
Yeah.
Lot of organising parts and getting organised. Crossflow block is prepped, ready to go.
It's had a total transformation since we last saw it, mate.
It was a nasty piece of work, that was, wasn't it?
Well, it's just, as they all are when they get to that age, isn't it?
Been sitting, mate.
Crusty and
as we all are when we
paint.
get to that age.
Well,
crusty.
Yeah, but you've
yeah, got all the paint off, faced it, bored it, honed it, thoroughly cleaned it.
Yep.
All the old bungs out and the core plugs and all that. Got all the bits organised, and there's some bits still to order from Burton.
Yeah.
Actually, been doing a shopping list
today.
today.
We did a bit of an order from Burton, didn't we?
And I have got, if I have a little look on here, mate, so far we have 34 items in our basket.
Nice.
One of which is an LSD for the Mark 1.
Yep.
So we spoke to a couple of people, mate. There's two ways, well, there's a lot of ways of going on these axles. It's all very confusing.
Well, and you got so many different opinions of, oh, these diffs are good and this axle's what you want and this and that, but...
You got the ATB, you got the plated, then you got the English axle, you got the Atlas axle. Bear in mind, it's all very well going for the trick plated Atlas and all the rest of it, mate, but at the end of the day, it's going to be predominantly a road car. You're going to be using it on the track, so it's got to be pretty sorted. So we're going to go for an ATB.
Yeah,
Quafe diff. There's going to be people out there that disagree with it.
Whilst the plated diff is more versatile and you can set it up more specifically to exactly what you want, the only downside is that there's a lot more maintenance and sort of, you've got to replace bits in the plated diffs quite often.
That's the trouble. You've got to service them, and you keep on top.
And we've used an ATB in the kit car and really liked it.
This is it. It's a light car.
And it's, you know, it's a bit of a, well, it ain't a fit and forget, but it's a bit of a fit and forget.
It is pretty much, isn't it? You ain't got to service it like the plated, and they do work well, apparently.
Sort of oil changes. And
yeah, I spoke to a couple of people. I spoke to Joe Gubb last night, who's got the Mark II Escort with the Cosy in it. Some people, if they've been to Castle Combe, may have seen him drifting around there in a red Mark II. But he's used a plated diff for the last 15 years. Yeah. Loved it. But then again, he said his mate Stuart has got an ATB and he loves that. And it works really well for what he wants, which is more like what we're going to be doing. We're not going to be drifting the thing around like that. Maybe do the odd donut, mate, in a car park.
And we're not, it's not like we're getting involved in full-on motorsport. We're just going for some track days and little airfield tracks and stuff.
Exactly.
Which, yeah, it's sort of...
Yeah, do the job, wouldn't it?
It'll do the
so
trick.
We've got one of those listed. Only thing is, at the minute, Stuart is at this moment taking the diff out. Yeah. Seeing how many splines we got. Should be 22, I believe. Also, what ratio, final drive ratio, we have got in there, because I would like a little bit more. So if we've got the 3.9, whatever it is, might go for the 3.7.
Yeah, so we want a little bit more top speed out of it. A little bit
more top speed,
just
mate.
Mainly because Castle Combe is one of our favourite tracks. Yeah. And just so happens to be quite a fast track. Exactly. And you're almost safer to be going a bit quicker, keeping up with all the other stuff going around, than sort of... This is it. Yeah,
at the moment, to drive, it feels like first gear is a bit of a waste of time. So it is fairly low geared, do they call that?
Well, yeah, and I suppose there's little wheels as well.
Yeah, little wheels, but it's... I'm assuming it's all a standard box in there. I want to keep the 4-speed for the time being. So I think we'll just go up on the final drive and see how we get on, really. If needs be, we'll have to put a 5-speed in it later on down the line. But I don't want to chuck money away at the moment if we don't have to.
Well, and we're having the diff out anyway, so it's something we can do at the same time.
Yeah. We've had a look underneath the car. The car looks really solid. Yeah. It's a good shell on that car.
Yeah, so we were going to go over and have a look at it today, weren't we? But
we might well do in a minute, mate. We may well do.
Yeah,
see
fair enough. I thought
Stu
was working away, but...
Yeah, well, that's the only thing, whether he's still there. But yeah, it looks really solid. It's had bracing here and there, so it's had some work done, this car, in the past. It's got the Bilsteins on it, which all look good.
Yep.
Exhaust is all really nice, and it's got poly bushes and stuff like that. At the moment, it's still got the rear drums. Probably going to be converting to disc, but we'll see if we wreck them.
See how we go. Yeah, we'll probably cook them pretty quick.
Probably cook them, mate, but we'll see how we get on, won't we?
Yeah.
I expect when we start doing Castle Combe and that, we'll stick some decent brakes on. But at the moment, I just want to get this.
Yeah, so we're only going to do
drive
some
line
little
sorted.
airfield stuff at the minute, aren't we? For a second.
We've got the seats in, got the grill on, got our new lights today. They look lovely.
Yeah.
New pair of mirrors, all cheap stuff.
Yeah, it's
just
not,
tidies it up, makes it look nicer, doesn't it?
Grill weren't cheap though, was it?
No, the grill wasn't cheap. It was bloody ridiculous, but it looks a lot smarter with that on, doesn't it?
It does. Just
so the tinkering has begun.
At least it's easy to fit.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a few leaks on the diff. There's a leak on the diff, and there's a leak on one side of the drive shaft. So we're going to replace all those seals and bearings and stuff.
Yeah,
anyway,
go
mate. It's all cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's what I've listed at Burton. We get a good deal at Burton. So that's good. So we've been having a few deliveries the last couple of days. It's been like Christmas, isn't it?
It has.
One delivery of which I totally forgot about. Got an email yesterday or day before saying there's a parcel come in that you ordered before Christmas from Norway. And I don't even remember doing it. I even emailed him saying, what's this all about? And I remember what it's about, mate. This is a little gem.
I like this. So
this is a whole box of all the nuts and bolts for the E30, all plated.
Moving away from the Mark 1 for a minute, back onto
the E30. Sorry guys, I've ahead of myself there. So this is for the E30. This is every nut and bolt you need for the whole underside of the car, and pretty much all we need for the exterior. So all the bonnet.
Exterior,
so like all the
outside.
bonnet nuts and bolts, the door handles, the boot, the whole lot, mate, and it's all decent stuff and plated. So they're all labelled up, look.
Yeah, I was going to say, my favourite part is
drive
the fact
shaft.
It's all in bags, labelled right up.
Yeah. So like that, look there. Drive shaft, M10, tells you exactly what it is. Side flanges, differential, strut bearing. So we've got absolutely everything there. I mean, trying to find that as you go along is going to be a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's ideal, that is. It's like a Lego set now.
It is. It's absolutely wonderful. So we've got pretty much everything that's either reconditioned or brand new under that car.
Yeah.
I think that was like just over a couple of £100 for all that.
But it ain't all bagged up and labelled. That's worth it.
It's an absolute, it's worth it. I mean, you imagine the time, let alone the, cost of the parts.
It's certainty as well, because we could have bolts lying around by the ramp that been there for 2 years, and we're like, oh, I think that's for this. But
this is it.
At least now we've got everything. It's all labelled up. Yeah. You go, oh, they're the drive shaft bolts. They're this. They're that.
This is it. Suspension, everything. So we've got everything now. All the bits are painted and. Brakes there, the suspension, got the bearings and that in the hubs there. It's all ready to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
So another one we've almost kind of forgot about, mate, but in a moment,
I keep forgetting.
Let's just remind you, in a moment, we're going to have a nice bright orange DTM M3 shell here.
Shouldn't be too long.
With all the new bits to be bolted on.
Yeah.
And that is going to be great for the channel, I think.
It is, yeah.
So yeah, that's the projects. Engines. You've had another little clean of this floor today.
I had a little floor
lovely,
clean.
doesn't it?
It's a little bit grubby.
We're going to be held on this one, aren't we, for a second or two?
Yeah, held for a day or two, maybe.
So we've had to list a few little bits on our Burton account for this.
Yeah.
One of which being things like the thrower washer.
That sort of shields the front seal,
That's it, and the tension, new tension,
Yeah,
all them little farty bits.
This was all stripped by the customer, so some of the bits, I'm not sure if they just weren't brought in or what, but they're, haven't got some of the stuff. Ordered things like, there's like little tab washers, locking tab washers for the end of the camshaft and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I could have probably carried on today, but then it makes more sense just to wait, get some new bits.
And we've also doubled up on the bits for the second engine, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, we may as well wait till he's got that. So the crossflow, all the bits are listed for that. There are little bits like that we can get from down the road, like with new ring gear.
Oh yeah,
We need for that. So we've had to. I've been in touch with a customer today just to see which way round the starter's going, whether it's a push and pull, as to which way we fit the inertia ring gear. Another thing that you notice, the front cover that come with it, although we blasted it, it's very pitted and corroded.
it's just a bit.
Just looks crap on a new motor,
And I think
doesn't
he
it?
wants this looking pretty.
This is a
pretty
this is a
swanky,
1962 1.6 Capri.
Nice.
160E, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Lovely vehicle. So this has got to look top dollar, this one.
Yeah.
So you have found one in stock.
Yeah, we have one upstairs, so.
Looking lovely, look. So I blasted that today. And I always give it a lick of the old silver, mate, because it looks like blasted alley, but it's going to stop it from corroding.
Yeah.
Cleanable.
Well, I was going to say, a lot of the time when we vapor blast stuff, although it's a really nice finish,
Yeah.
and it is a good finish, really, really nice,
Yeah.
it is just worth either sticking some lacquer or some silver over it,
Yeah.
because it will corrode.
This is the
And
thing,
that's
isn't it?
I made that mistake on my Subaru engine. Left it blasted.
Talking of Subaru engines, we've had Ryan, who owned the Subaru that you just completed on the phone.
Yep.
Over the moon with it.
It did look cool.
It looked blooming lovely. He said it looked better than brand new. It was absolutely, he couldn't believe it. And I said, wow, he did spend the time on it. But it was worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was lovely. Yeah, so he's well happy with that engine, mate. One thing I've got for that, just bear with. I've got the front pulley, which I found in the blaster. Looking horrible and rusty.
Sorry, mate, I left that in there for about a week.
That's all right, mate. You can buy these new from Burton, but there's no need if we can recon it.
No, if they're all good,
So
no point.
there we go. That's where the seal runs, so we masked that up, and that looks lovely jubbly, doesn't it?
Yep.
So we'll stick that there with the stuff to be balanced. The crank's still got to be balanced, so we get the ring gear tomorrow, get that on. Got the new flywheel, new clutch, front pulley, all the relevant bolts are there.
Perfect.
There we go. The only thing we're going to be stuck on is cam. We've got to put in an uprated camshaft and followers in this.
All right.
It's going to be 7 to 10 days, unfortunately, from Newman.
Oh dear.
So I can get everything done. At the moment, I'm sizing the rods. The rods were tight. Good thou so tight.
It does happen, doesn't it?
Yeah. So what I'll do with them when they're like that, they weren't sort of oval, but they were just tight. So what I'll do is bring them to the bottom limit, which is on the tighter side of the limit. We'll check the running clearance.
Yeah.
And then we can adjust it if needs be. There's no point taking it right out.
No.
Crank's all ground. That's 1030, I think that is.
Yep.
Done the ring gaps this morning. Ring gaps are all good. All control ring and the scraper ring were good. Just had to take about 3 or 4 thou gap out of the top ring, believe it or not.
Yeah. Mate, I love them little ring racks.
They're good,
They're
aren't
so
they?
handy.
It just looks pro, doesn't it?
Well, it looks pro, and it's just like when you're when you're doing ring gaps, it's really helpful because you can keep them all in order and
it is. Yeah,
with
it's
the correct
great.
piston.
So I've got my scales ready, mate. Once I've sized them rods, balance them end for end, and then that is another thing done. So I just want to get as much as I can done with this.
We'll show a little bit of end-to-end balancing, I reckon.
Yeah, we
next
will
video.
do. Yeah.
We ain't done that for a while.
No, but I can get the crank in, and I can do the piston jut outs and check the clearances and stuff, make sure all that's good. And then we just have to wait for the cam, unfortunately, but the head's got to be unleaded, so we'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a great week so far.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. I love it. I love days where I've organised 2 or 3 motors worth of bits.
Yeah.
Plus our own bits, mind.
Well, thing
But
is,
I'm
it's
really
all,
happy.
It's all part of the advertising stuff, isn't it?
See you later, John. See you later, mate. I'm just really happy that that Escort is solid.
Yeah.
Over the moon.
Yeah.
Steve will be happy as well. I spoke to him last night. I spoke to him a few nights on the front, and he's really happy that it's gone to a home where it's going to be used.
It is
and loved.
definitely going to be used.
Yeah. So we will be using that.
Yep.
Absolutely love it. I think we might be raising it slightly.
Well,
10 or 15 mil.
It's very low, isn't it?
It's on the deck, mate. It's a bit unnecessary.
Yeah.
I can't even get it on me drive because it scrapes. So
Can't get it over the curb.
no. So we're going to raise it, and I think the Mark ones look better when they're just at the right
it doesn't
height.
need loads raising, does it? It just needs At the minute, it's got pretty much no ground clearance.
Nothing at all.
It needs some. Might need 10 mil or so.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we'll do that, 10 mil, and see how we get on. We can easily raise it a bit more.
Yeah.
But the way to, because it's got blocks on the back, the way to raise it is actually take some off the block.
Yeah,
So
so
you machine
get
the block
blocks
because the
out.
axle sits on the block. So
Yeah.
if you machine some off the block, the axle then sits lower
Yeah.
and it raises the car, basically. So yeah, that's it really, mate.
Nice.
Not a great deal else going on, is there?
No, yeah, just been getting some stuff sorted out. Really.
John's been fitting cam bearings. It's his favourite job. Horrible,
I had
isn't
to
it?
break the news to him that he's got another block to do.
Potentially, got another one there,
Potentially,
isn't it? Is that a disc? That's the disco, isn't it?
Yeah, 300 TDI disco.
So that's it really. Get all them bits on order. Once we know, tomorrow morning we should know how many splines we need for the diff. And
Yeah,
the,
and then hopefully Friday we will get some footage of the Mark 1
won't just
with
be
those
us.
new seats in it.
Won't just be us yapping. I know, yeah, lovely them seats. Make it look so much better.
It does look good.
So yeah, so there we go guys. Until Friday's video, thank you very much for watching, where you will be seeing the Mark 1.
Yeah.
We promise. Cheers guys.